Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching The Breakfast Show, and in this segment of our program we will talk about the performance of the Egyptian economy as the Minister of International Cooperation, Rania Al-Mashat, highlighted how the economic reform program, which was carried out by the Egyptian government, has boosted the economic growth and the ability of the Egyptian economy to face repercussions of coronavirus pandemic. And today we are joined by Dr. Youmn Hamaki, Professor of Economics at Shams University. Good morning, Dr. Youmn.
Good morning.
So, Dr. Youmn, as I've just mentioned, that a report also was released last week, and it showed the economic indicators for the Egyptian economy and the success it has achieved in the last period. So, can you tell us more about this report that was published last Thursday, and how it reflects the economic reform program, and how the Egyptian economy will survive in the coming period in light of the global economic crisis?
Actually, the Egyptian economy nowadays, after mega projects and after sustaining, all the prerequisites that are necessary for, a leap in economic growth, like energy, infrastructure, trying to enhance economic environment in Egypt by addressing the challenges confronting such environment. All these steps that have been taken by Egypt during the last 6 years, I believe they have, affected to large extent the potentialities of Egypt in order to expand, the potentiality of several sectors in the economy. Specifically, on top of these sectors, the real sectors that are the industrial at the beginning and the agriculture, taking into consideration nowadays that information technology is gaining a momentum in the Egyptian economy since we are going towards digitalization. So I believe that a lot can be done regarding the potentialities of investment. You know that our sectors in the economy, the rate of growth for the industrial and the agriculture sector, as well as the information technology, still we need investment. Still, the potentiality of growth in such, sectors are huge. Why? Because we have opportunities coming from the expansion of, exporting resources towards Sinai, toward, the economic area in Suez Canal, toward Upper Egypt, which is full of opportunities. So these are giving to large extent, very good momentum for the Egyptian economy.
Yes.
And I believe most of the reports that have been issued, international reports, predicting the rate of growth for Egypt for the coming period are, predicting a rate of growth about 5 to 5.6%, according to all that I have mentioned. So I believe that still challenges that are need to be confronted in order to give momentum, but the economic reforms that have been done in Egypt starting from 2016 enabled Egypt to, address the pandemic in a very good way.
Yes, Dr. Youmn, if we talk about the lessons that the global economy should learn from the COVID-19 pandemic, so what are the lessons that should be learned and should be avoided in the future?
Thank you for this question. This is a very good question. Actually, nowadays, the world is witnessing, the world economy is witnessing severe challenges regarding the inflation. Nowadays, the shortage in value chain, and nowadays some industries that are major industries are confronting challenges because, the problem of the increasing prices of transportation, and nowadays the globalization is taking momentum to restructure the meaning of globalization, which means that interdependence regarding the outsourcing for some of the component of the product. Nowadays, the United States spending $52 billion in order to start producing microchips and upgrading the technology regarding microchips. So I believe nowadays that Egypt in such a position, Egypt having the potentiality to increase, the industrial component and to transfer technology and to upgrade our, scientists nowadays are in all parts of the world contributing to the advancement of technology all over the world. So we have the potentiality to benefit from such experiences in attracting foreign direct investment to transfer technology, to use our resources efficiently towards, the industries that are having value added like electronics and so on. We are capable to do that. So the potentialities for attracting foreign direct investment and benefiting from our human resources on top of that, are huge. What we need, good management, a good vision regarding how to use our resources. So this is what we are working on nowadays.
So, Dr. Youmn, do you think that the energy crisis could drain the global economic decrease and drain the global economic revival?
Yes, energy is playing a significant role, and nowadays, after COVID-19, there are, a lot to be mentioned, and after COP26, and Egypt nowadays is preparing for hosting COP27, which is a very important event. Why? Because, the results of COP26 mentioning to what extent we have to revise our plans regarding energy, fossil fuels, and Egypt is having a comparative advantage in renewable energy. What we can talk about is what can be the best energy mix. Why? Because when you replace, fossil fuels with renewable energy, that is a cost. And nowadays we have to take care of this economic side. Since sustainable development actually containing the three dimensions, the economic, environmental, and the social dimension. So we have to benefit from, the lessons from COP26, how the world should cooperate nowadays in order to make our world a better place for the coming generation. A lot of work should be done, and Egypt can play a significant role in that.
Yes, one final question, Dr. Youmn, which is the importance of the green economy, and how can the integration between the green economy and the current economy be achieved towards sustainable developments within the framework of Egypt's 2030 vision?
Actually, the green economy is quite important, but the question is the cost, and to what extent, we can have the technology and how to encourage the private sector to work. Egypt has done a very good step when we removed, subsidies on electricity. This enabled investment in renewable energy, on top of them solar energy. Nowadays we have one of the, biggest projects in the Middle East, which is the ban to generate electricity from solar. I believe that what we have to work on is how to make Egypt a hub for solar energy, like producing the component of, these projects, as well as training human resources regarding solar energy. A lot should be done. Actually, it's not just by having the plant and generating electricity, it's a very big process that we have to take into consideration investment, the role of the private sector, transfer of technology, and adding to such technology, and we are capable to do that, as well as training human resources.
Yes, finally, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Youmn Hamaki, Professor of Economics at Ain Shams University. Thank you for being with us today. And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of The Breakfast Show. I'm Shina Adel, and I was joined today by my colleague Aman Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.